Basically, the reason why I got into 3D is because I really love creating realistic characters, and for me to be able to create like something that the video games have done, and to be able to make them so human, and just that's sort of what I like to do. With this, I created this cat.
You should be able to. You see? Is it?
Whoa.
Oh, nope. No, I don't think it's going to do it. Unless you kind of zoom in and kind of do it that way. Like that. Yeah. Like that. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
When I first created this character, I had to start with a concept, so it just started with a very basic sketch and just quickly done in Photoshop. And I had a roughly good idea of what I wanted to do. So I went into Maya and I just started off with a normal cube, and I got reference images of the profile and the front. I had to sketch them out myself and import them into Maya, and then I just basically using the extrude functions and messing with the vertexes and faces and everything, I was able to create a very basic shape. I imported that into ZBrush, and then I had to sculpt more of a human type of shape to make it more organic and all that type of stuff. I brought it back into Maya just for some small editing, just to fix up any, I guess, like 5-sided shapes, 6-sided shapes, and everything, just to make it more of a more neat topology. Because whenever you're basically whenever you're working with 3D, you always want to try and keep with quads. You never or roughly triangles. Those are the two ones you want. You don't want 5 sides or 6 sides, because it won't what is it? It won't. How can I say? It just when you're.
You're right.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of the word. When you're rigging the character or trying to make it animate, it won't deform. There we go. It won't deform properly.
Yep.
Anyway, so once I've finished all the small bits of editing, I brought it back into ZBrush, and I had to do some really high detail editing, just to add the really small details like the pores, the spikes, and just all that type of thing, and I guess folds and all that for the clothing. So when I did that, I reduced the subdivision. You can do that in ZBrush with one of the options. Then I imported it back into Maya, and that's where you can see this one. So this one has no texture or whatever. In ZBrush, I was able to paint 3D and just create the normal maps and the diffuse maps, so I could bring them back into Maya. I made the subdermal layer, the epidermal layer, and the spectral layer back into Photoshop, and I just added them all together by using a fast skin shader, and yeah, I just put all those textures and I had to render it out. Unfortunately, my computer isn't that strong, so I wasn't able to create a very high quality, like a 2000, 3000 you would see in normal games, but I was able to create a 1000 image, and I was able to get a good enough detail. In the future, I want to try and get a better computer, because now I've got the knowledge behind me. I know I'll be able to create much more realistic images. But until I get the money for a computer, I'm quite happy doing low poly models. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Claire. That's good.